hey guys, I need you to do me a favor. Help me fight the algorithm. Go ahead and hit like, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell icon for new notifications. Thank you. Alright, so here we go. Guys, we're finally at the last comic book of the day. Last comic book of the day. 3 hours in this thing already. But guess what? I hope you guys are excited. Because the last comic book of the day, and I love the cover art for this thing. Ultimate Black Panther #1. And there are lots of variant covers of this. And you might be like, why did you get the variant cover without Black Panther on it? It's Ultimate Black Panther. And you know why? Because this artwork looks too goddamn badass. Storm looks so goddamn cool here. It's ridiculous. A slight spoiler. Storm doesn't have a huge role in this. But, God, that is just... oh, so cool. Fuck. And this book, to give you guys a little story here. So Marvel had an issue with this, and they lost 12,000 copies of Ultimate Black Panther. Meaning, pretty much every single comic book store I contacted told me that they were all out. All out. Now, I was able to find one that still had a few copies. So I drove, it was over an hour away, and I picked up a copy. So I do have this, yeah, right here. Ta-da! So I'm happy to get it. Now, unfortunately, because there were so limited supply, they were able to jack up the price. So this $6 book cost me $15. Now I just want to stress, this cover art cost me $15. This was the $35 book. Oh, that sucks you couldn't find one. To my understanding, they're going to rush out the second printings as soon as possible. I really wanted to cover it, and when I'm one of those people, like, once I find out it's limited, I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get it, and yeah, it was not necessary for me to drive out and get it like I did, but, I wanted it. And, you know, I guess it's the collector in me, but it's weird because, like, I'm not going to sell it. Like, even if, like, the first printing is worth a lot in the future, I'm not going to sell it. So it's the collector in me going after something that, it's just going to be something I have as a state of pride, I guess. I don't know. It's silly. But anyways, Ultimate Black Panther #1. I was also excited to read this because Ultimate Spider-Man was so goddamn good. I'm excited to dive more into this Ultimate Universe. Apparently, we got Ultimate Spider-Man #2 coming out shortly, and then I think next month we're getting Ultimate X-Men. I plan on covering all those. I'm excited. Anyways, West Africa, we got some digging. Oh, wait. So these people are getting set on fire. So wild shit. Never mind. I thought it was somebody running by it. No, it's somebody, like, torching people. Fucked up shit. And then it's like, in our name, claim this land. And then, you know, we got some people hiding out. I think it's safe to assume these are probably Wakandans, but we don't know. But yeah, now this area is being taken over by these businessmen-looking assholes. And then, yeah, we got people just hanging out here. The time will come, brother, when we have seen the anger of Ra and Khonshu. Soon they will know just the justice of Wakanda. And then T'Challa, the Black Panther, King of Wakanda, wakes up. Nightmare, my king? And it's like, my king, no pleasantries here. We are equals, Okoye. So it seems like they're sleeping in the same room, so not in the same bed, so I don't know. It seems like him and Okoye are courted, but not like couple, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. But yeah, he's looking over the city saying traditions must change. And then here we go, the introduction. #1, the diabolical genius known as the Maker used time travel to create his ideal Earth by systematically preventing anyone from ever becoming a superhero and by establishing a secret council of supervillains that rules this world from the shadows. But recently, the Maker was locked away in a place called the City. And now the Maker's Council works to further exercise their influence on the world, including Ra and Khonshu. So Ra and Khonshu, who were mentioned earlier, they are part of the Maker's Council. So they are bad news. They oversee the African continent. But just as the city's doors close, the doors of Wakanda, an impenetrable kingdom concealed from the rest of the world, have begun to open. So it actually is striking me going into this, because it says early on, T'Challa is the Black Panther. Because it seems like what's going on is the way the Maker prevented Black Panther isn't from actually preventing him from coming into existence, but from preventing him from leaving Wakanda by having him be an isolationist. So it's written by Brian Hill, artist by Stefano Casilli, color artist David Carell, Black Panther created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. So yeah, we're at Wakanda, Citadel of Knowledge. T'Challa is entering, and he's meeting up with his father, T'Chaka. And then he's telling him about his dreams. And he's like, you are plagued because you will not listen. And he's talking about like how the gods, he wished the gods would make their wishes more clear. The gods of Khonshu and Ra, who are part of the Maker's Council. And yeah, so he's talking over things with his father. You know, and they're just doing back and forth. Essentially, it seems like his father seems more like you should be a bit more. You should make sure to maintain the traditions, and the son's like, I don't know if we should be maintaining the traditions. And then he's visiting the what is his father called him, the divine mother of the Voodoo clan once your council. So this is who he's talking about. You underestimate your dreams, King T'Challa. So she's saying maybe you should listen to your dreams. I am not my father. And oh yeah, he's saying you underestimate me. I am not my father. You know, they're having an exchange. Your dreams warn you. The gods are on your side, but the gods can be fickle. I won't be paralyzed by paranoia. I won't live it. I will not rule with fear of my own people. Yeah, he's living a very isolated life. And then the royal palace of Wakanda, royal court. And then we got a couple people who are talking to him. It's like, my king, it was difficult to not come to their aid. We cannot... Oh, yeah, so these are the guys at the beginning who were seeing the village be taken. And they're like, dude, it was tough not to help them. They needed help. We need to do something. And then he's like, okay, I'll take that information into consideration. But, yeah, we aren't really going to do anything about it. And then Shuri's like, dude, like, they're not lying. And he's like, I don't think they're lying, but our armies remain still. And she's like, but people are dying and you do nothing. You know, we're just sitting here stagnant. And he's like, I didn't say I'd do nothing, Shuri. I just don't want to enter a war. And it's like, father would do something. And it's like, well, father's not the king. So, you know, him and Shuri have a disagreement. And then Okoye kind of enters, but on T'Challa's side. And he's like, thank you for the backup. And she's like, don't thank me. You are right. If you weren't, I wouldn't have spoken. Shuri wants a war. The Dora Milaje. No, the Dora Milaje want a war. And they want Shuri's genius to help them wage it. You know, and Shuri loves you like I do. We just have different opinions on this. Yeah, and then we're seeing the army. We're seeing Shuri out here. She's talking to one of the Dora Milaje, and you know, and they're essentially, we're living in the outside world, and Shuri's like, there's enemies out there that fear us, and I feel like we should do something about it. And she's like, yeah, whatever. And then now we got enemies going and hitting up this other African village, and the names of the master, Fire. But then before they can get fired upon, someone stops them. And this guy's yelling, hide. And then he's taking on these guys by himself. And then all of a sudden he gets some help because crack! Lightning comes through. There's even more to the fight. This guy's doing some fighting. They're getting some lightning hitting him. We got a team effort going on. And then we got people of the village. Your gods are hidden. Kingdoms will not protect you. But Killmonger and the Wind Rider will. So Wind Rider is obviously Storm. So Killmonger and Storm are working together. And they're fighting in this universe. And they're going to protect. They're going to do maybe what Wakanda should be doing, frankly. But we will see. And then T'Challa is giving a speech for the annual celebration of life. You know, goodwill shit. Essentially, 2 women come aboard and they yell to Khonshu, to Ra. And then the father pushes T'Challa out of the way. He's yelling father, and then there's a big explosion. And then he becomes then he transforms into Black Panther. Then he looks at his father's burning. And then he's like, our enemies call themselves Moon Knight. Wakanda is at war. And that's the end of the book. I did not enjoy this as much as Ultimate Spider-Man, I'll be honest. But I did enjoy this quite a bit. This was a very fast-paced, very character-centered. I felt like we got good feelings of a lot of the characters fairly quickly here. Overall, pretty good book. A very solid start to Ultimate Black Panther. And yeah, we're going to get Ultimate Black Panther 2 in March, which makes sense, next month. And then we got Ultimate X-Men coming out next month too. And then shortly, Ultimate Spider-Man 2 coming out. So far, I'm really excited into this Ultimate series. What would I give Ultimate Black Panther? I would give Ultimate Black Panther 4.5. It's really good. I really like it. So let's see. What books do we have to consider for books of the week? So books of the week. Ultimate Black Panther. So Ultimate Black Panther. Ultimate Black Panther. Wonder Woman number 2. Star Trek Picard Stargazer number 2. Obviously, I wasn't a huge fan of this one, so we can put that one aside. So it's really between the other 2, which are really quite excellent books. But if I'm being 100% honest, even though it's an older book that I just picked up this week, so it's my book of the week, Wonder Woman number 2, Tom King and Daniel St. Pierre. Great fucking job. I'm excited to see what else they do with this series. However, I want to stress, I'm excited to see what they do with this series too. The Ultimate titles are coming off to a really good start. I like how they're really exploring different ideas with the Ultimate titles now. They're really different and just good stuff. Good stuff.
What would you have Wakanda do about it?
Share what we have. We could provide aid and access to technology and refuge to those who need it. Other countries do it, we could do it better.
You are not like these other countries, Nakia.
Books, records, films, these things matter. Call me shallow. It's the fucking truth.